now we're doing, this is Sunday's Tanya. However, Kol mash any batal atzli is barach. If it's not batal to Hashem, and batal doesn't mean angry, batal mean doesn't killing anybody. Batal means pashat, I relate to myself and not to God. That's it. To be a nice person, right? And the deficiency in bittul. Kol mash any batal atzli is barach. Not batal rebish. Elu davar nifrad bifnei atzma. You're separate and by yourself. You don't have to be bad. You don't have to be murderous. You don't have to be a Rosh Merusha. You have to simply be not kedusha. Cannot get life from the holiness of Hashem. The word pnimius means revelation, gilui, hakadusha of the holiness, and the essence of kedusha itself. You cannot experience the gilui alakus because you don't have bittul. And if you're not bittul, even if you're not a bad guy, you're klip. You get it from the Eibishter, but in a hidden way. From the back, right? You know what back means, right? Hashem gives you a little bit of chayis, and He gives it to you in such a way, it's like a person gives you $1. You got the $1, you can buy a bagel, but you don't know who gave it to you. You don't know from whence it came. Acharayim means you don't know the source of it. Sheyerdim descends from level to level. Rivaves madreges, myriads of levels, beishtalshos elomis in the chain reaction of the creation of worlds. Derech ilav all according to the laws of cause and effect, from a higher level to a lower level. And multiple contractions until there's a diminution kol kach to such an extent of ha'er v'chai, the light and life, miyat achamiyat, less and less. The Eibishter's energy can contract itself and manifest itself of b'chinas golus. What does golus mean? Hashem's light is here, and you don't know it's Hashem. Golus means it has no expression. Golus means it has no gila. Like the Rebbe discusses in Tanya chapter 19. Golus is like a person who's paralyzed. You're in the body, and the body does not say what the neshama wants. It goes like a gilgul. The neshama is in an animal's body, and the neshama is not being able to come out because the body doesn't reveal it. Godliness is in klipa, in a state of golus. Hashem sits inside the klipa, wants to speak, and the klipa doesn't let. Inside that thing which is separated, to give it life, or to give it its very existence, from a non-thing into a thing. It should not return to become nothingness again, as it was prior to its creation. Now what's the chap here? The chap is, klipa doesn't have to be bad in the conventional sense. Right? What's bad? A lion is bad, a dog is bad, a hyena is bad, a cow is bad. Who does a cow bother? Who does a chicken bother? It says, it's not batal to the Eibishter. If it's not batal to the Eibishter, Hashem cannot be revealed there. So Hashem is there in a state of golus. That's bad. It's klipas noiga. It's not evil, but kedusha requires bittul, which is a prerequisite to the hashras hashchina, to the gili of alakus, and it's not true in klipas neg as well. Powerful. V'lachein, and therefore, nikrei elam hazeh, this world, u'malayim, what fills it up, called elam ha-klipa v'seterachim, a world of klipa and seterachim. Why? This world is an evil place. People are killing each other. Yes, there is murder in this world, but most people are not murderers. People steal. Yes, there's people who steal as well, but most people are not ganav. So what's wrong with saying this world is neutral? And the answer is it's not batal. If it's not batal at Eibush, it doesn't have to be bad to be klipa. It has to be not batal. Shteis. V'lachein. Moreover, kol ma'aseh elam hazeh, all the actions of this world, koshim are hard, v'royim and evil, v'rashayim goyim remain, rashayim rule it. Moshe Kosa Beitz Chaim Shan Membesei Perek Dalet. And l'cheira. This is already a second word. It's not the pshat, this world is bad because it's not batal. It's bad because it's evil. So the first line, Elam Hazeh, is klipas sedachar, is klipas nege, and Ma'aseh Hazeh Koshim V'roim l'cheira is Shoshim Nezagami, but I'm not sure about this. Right? And he says Hagah, the footnote, commentary. I gotta tell you the truth. The truth is, Elam Hazeh Agash V'chumi comes from the same Eibishter, from the same Getlachkeit. B'teich Yetz Sfiras Dasiyah Dekadush. Inside this world there's 10 Sfiras of Asiyah. Now Asiyah, Sfiras is alakus. In every world, the Sfiras is the Beis HaMikdash. Like a person, yeah? Your Sfiras are your brain. You have hands and legs and a stomach and intestines and kidneys and a spleen and all these other things. Your brain is your Beis HaMikdash. In every world, the Beis HaMikdash is Kedusha. Even in this physical world, the Beis HaMikdash is a holy place. Inside Klipa, there's as a Sfiras of Asiyah, the Beis HaMikdash of this world. And inside the Beis HaMikdash of Asiyah, which is Getlachkeit, Elu. Hey, that's the Sfiras the Yetzirah. The 10 Sfiras of Yetzirah. Ubeteichen is the Sfiras the Bria. Ubeteichen is the Sfiras the Atzilus. Shabeteichen then inside Baruch Hu. Inside there is the Sfiras of the Beis HaMikdash. Shabatzilus is Ein Sof Mamish. Like it's discussed in many places. In Tanya Perek Lamed Tes, and in Tanya Perek Yud Ches it's mentioned. The mashal. What's the mashal? We had the mashal in the Kedesh Chavtes. You have a house. 5 floors. 4 floors. There's no staircases. In the center of the house there's a pillar. but the pillar is hollow. And if you're inside the pillar, there's no separation. The Esesfiras of Asiyah and the Sfiras of Atzilas and Ein Sof are one. So you should know that in this world of Klippa, that first of all it's Klippa v'Sitra Achra, Klippas Negi. Second of all it's Koshem v'Roim v'Shavim Bevim Bevim, which I interpret in English also as Lagamini. But inside that there's Eibishter, there's Getlichkeit. Now, but then it's in a state of Golos. V'Nimtza, so it turns out, I'm still reading the Hagah, Eid Ein Seiv Baruch, the infinite light of the Eibishter. Mole, it fills up, Kol Ha'aretz Al Zu HaTachta, in this lowest world. Adei Slapshusei, through its revealing itself, Be'eses Sfiris, the 10 Sfiris. The Arba Elam is Atzilas B'Yatzira of each one of the 4 worlds, Atzilas B'Yatzira Nasiyah. And by the way, it says in Tanya Perik Nun Gimel that in the first Beis HaMikdash, Atzilas Mamish was revealed in the physical Beis HaMikdash. In the second Beis HaMikdash, the difference between the Esesfiras of Atzilas and the Esesfiras of Bria and the Esesfiras of Yatzira, the Esesfiras of Asiyah, and our physical Beis HaMikdash. Bottom line is, there's a lakus in this world. But it's Begolus. It's Golus not only in Shalosh Klippas Atmeis Lagamri, it's Golus also in Klippas Negi. The Alter Rebbe Ella. Now then, Shaklippas and Nechalakas Shtei Madrigas. This Klippa, which is defined not as being bad, but as not being good, as being not Vatal Eibishter, has 2 parts. Zulam Atam Vizu, one beneath the next. Hamadega Tachteina, the lower level, the Shalosh Klippas Atmeis Rois Lagamri, totally evil. It's not only not Vatal, it's against. Right? What's the difference between Klippas Negi and Shalosh Klippas? Klippas Negi is interested in itself. Selfish, short-sighted, and worried. Shalosh Klippas Atmeis Lagamri is schlecht. Midas Rois. I want to hurt, I want to kill, I'm bloodthirsty. The Ein Be'em Tev Kal has no absolute good whatsoever. They're called in the beginning of Yecheskel, right? Yecheskel describes the Merkava, right? Yeah, you know about this. The Haftarah Shvus, it describes the Merkava. But it describes the Merkava as being surrounded. The Merkava is inside, but Yecheskel is coming from here to there. So he's traveling through all these rooms. What is the first thing he sees? What's called the lowest Heichalos. Every world has 7 Heichalos. The last Heichal is Gehenim. The last Heichal is Klippa. Yecheskel comes into the world of Yetzirah until he meets Adam Elyon. He meets the Esesfiras of Yetzirah. But what's the first thing he meets? The Chitzonius of Yetzirah. And he describes it as follows. Ruach Sa'ara, Vanan Gadol, V'Geimel. Ruach Sa'ara, V'Eish Mislakachas. The Alter Rebbe doesn't bring Eish Mislakachas, and the Rebbe has Ha'aras. How come he doesn't bring? He should bring all 3. Ruach Sa'ara, Nan Gadol, and Eish Mislakachas are Sholosh Klippas Atmeis. Ruach Sa'ara, the stormy wind, the great cloud, and the fire, the crackling fire. And this is the first thing he meets. When he met Elam HaYetzirah, first he met Shalosh Klippas Atmeis Lagamri, right? And then he met Noiga, and then he met till he comes closer and closer to Mitzvah. You understand? And from these Shalosh Klippas Atmeis Lagamri, which Yecheskel saw first. In each world there is this peripheral level. Yecheskel saw this first. Nishpois, v'nimshachis, nefashis. It flows and is drawn down the souls of Kalumis Ha'olam Goyim. Because they're not neutral, they're anti-God. V'kiyim gufam, and the sustenance of their bodies. V'nefashis kol balechayim atmeim, and the souls of all treifa animals. V'asuram b'chad, they're not allowed to eat. V'kiyim gufam, the sustenance of their bodies. As well as v'kiyim v'chayis, the existence and life of kol machos, asuras, all treifa foods. Me'atzemeach, from plant life. K'mei arlo, kloi akerem, v'chulu. Like arlo and kloi akerem, at Alter Rebbe's discuss in Perek Lamed Zayin in the beginning. What's the chiddush? The same fruit, same fig, yeah? In Tafshin Samach Tes, it's going to be kosher. Tafshin Samach Ches, I have to burn it, it's revoy. Tafshin Samach Zayin, it's treif. A piece of meat is kosher, a piece of meat safe, it's 2 pieces of meat, right? Look like him, it's the same fig. No, but then it's the 3rd year, not the 4th year, it's treif. It's Sholosh Klippas Atmeis Lagamri. V'chein, as well as Kiyum v'chayis, the existence and life of Kol HaMaisa Dibur Machshava Shekol Shasal Leisase. When a Yid does an Aveda, and Aveda by Yid is also Shalosh Klippas Atmeis Lagamri, in action, speech, and thought. Van Feiman der Brantu Meshkos of Sham Sei Perek. Hey, the chayis for Goyim, treifa animals and treifa food, and a Yid's Avedas is Shalosh Klippas Atmeis Lagamri. And Perek Zayin begins talking about Klippas Negi.